Okay, so starting today, your discovery calls are going to look different. And by that, I mean it's time for you to start prescribing instead of reacting. I'm going to show you guys kind of how we as social media managers used to see social media discovery calls and how I want you to start seeing them now. Okay, so we're going to create a little diagram. I want each of these to represent social media. So let's pretend this is Instagram. And let's get a couple more of these. We've got, I'm actually going to scoot them over here. We've got Facebook. We can add a couple more platforms, maybe YouTube. I'm just going to throw a bunch in here. And this isn't going to be perfect because I am not a graphic designer. But just pretend that this represents like a bunch of the major platforms, okay? Maybe LinkedIn. So in the past, when a client came to us and said, I want to grow my Facebook, we'd be like, okay, awesome. Do you also want to grow your Instagram? And then we would write them a proposal based on what they said that they needed. But here's the thing, that's not how prescribing works. And that's not true expertise. I want you to imagine that you went to a doctor and you said, I want antibiotics and I want Adderall. Well, most good doctors aren't going to say, yes, here is your prescription, right? There is, of course, the occasional one that does. But the really good doctors are going to say, why do you want those things? Tell me about the symptoms you're experiencing. And so this is what you guys are going to do in your discovery calls. Now, I'm going to break down business a little bit differently for you guys so you can understand the overarching game and strategy of social media and how it plays a part in what we do for our clients. Okay, so I want you to imagine that every single one of our clients has their core offer. This is the main thing that they like to sell, okay? So every single client has their core offer. Now, the main goal of social media is to get people onto their email list. It sometimes is to make sales, but the more long-term growth is to get people onto their email list through the use of lead magnets. So we're gonna go ahead and put lead magnets here. And most businesses don't realize this, but they really should have multiple lead magnets, including you guys down the road. It's definitely something to consider, especially as you have time right now to build out lead magnets for your business. Now, the real goal of social media is to drive traffic to these, the lead magnets, to build the list for long-term sustainable growth. And obviously different ones we can mix and match a little bit, right? Of course, they can all lead to each other, but I'm just going to keep it nice and simple for the purpose of this drawing. So they all lead to the lead magnets. Now here is what's really powerful about lead magnets. It gives us the ability to nurture prospects via email. So we're going to call this, I'm just going to do email. Once somebody subscribes to an email list, we can have a series of automated emails that go out that nurture them to the point of wanting to purchase. I recommend between 5 and 10, and it can be what is sometimes called a soap opera sequence or a hero's journey, or it can just be a series of stories or testimonials that ultimately lead everyone to want to purchase. Now, I'm going to share a little more of this as we get deeper into skills, but I think that this is really important for us all to realize. This is how you build a really sustainable business. And this is honestly a better end goal for social media so that you can truthfully support your clients long term in their growth, not just in vanity metrics of growth or engagement. The goal is, can we build the email list? And these are the metrics that we need to start being aware of and tracking and making sure our clients' needles are being moved in their business. But in order for that to happen, we have to start being like doctors and looking at our clients' businesses and saying, hold on, you are missing lead magnets. You don't even have an email list. You're not building sustainably. So their core offer might be a course. It could be a short-term coaching program. It could be some physical products. But then, of course, they're going to have upsells. And these are basically like profit maximizers. This could be a high ticket program. This could be add-ons. This could be something that basically once someone buys, how can we get them to buy more and become a regular raving customer? Now, there are also some steps that we can add in here, such as tripwires. But once you guys understand this and you're able to look at your business, your clients' businesses, you're going to move into prescribing versus reacting. So on discovery calls, you can start to be a little bit of a detective or a doctor and really start to ask yourself, does this business have lead magnets in place? Do they have email nurturing? Are they sending out a once a week email to their entire email list? Are they selling their products via email? These are all really important questions to ask yourself, because without this, social media as a standalone is not enough. We need to know what the end goal is, and this helps us to become truly experts in what we do. So this is your job on the discovery call. It's to prescribe and really discover what holes are in a business. It gives you the ability to step into different skill sets and learn different skill sets, or refer business to some of your fellow SMU crew members. For example, if they need a lead magnet, maybe you can partner up with somebody who does graphic design, or if you know how to do it, awesome. Or you can partner up with someone who knows how to build funnels, and you guys can knock this out together. But this is the true end game of social media. It's building a list and selling to the list. That is what it's all about. And as we move into that as a whole, we're going to really up level this industry during this time. I'll catch you guys in the next training.